there are reports on social media that the rate of progress in AI capabilities will grow exponentially now, because now the AI progress is on a hockey stick and going upwards. Andrew Yang on YouTube, he mentioned that he attended an AI conference out in the West in the United States, and he mentioned that what he heard from the people at that AI conference is that uh, what we will see in the next 6 months in terms of AI progress will outstrip what we saw in the last 10 years. So that means that the progress in terms of the capabilities of AI will increase in the next 6 months by so much that it will be greater than the sum of all the AI progress that AI has been able to improve in the last 10 years. And that is because now the rate of change, the rate of AI improvements is growing exponentially, at an exponential rate, at a much faster rate than before. And this is a big change, because this means that that the entry-level white-collar jobs will be automated sooner than what most people anticipated. Entry-level white-collar jobs are white-collar jobs, office-based jobs, which are for people who recently graduated from the university with their degree, who lack experience or have very limited experience. Whereas the white-collar jobs that are not entry-level, for example, for senior positions, those would not be considered the entry-level white-collar jobs. So entry-level white-collar jobs are those white-collar jobs for people who have limited experience in their field. And the CEO of Anthropic, Dario Amodei, he mentioned that in the next several years, AI will automate up to 50% of all white-collar, entry-level white-collar jobs. And then eventually AI will be able to automate all the white-collar jobs, and including the white-collar jobs for which senior positions typically do. And the reason that initially AI will automate the entry-level white-collar jobs in the beginning, and then later on all the white-collar jobs, is because there's an element of who is to take the responsibility if the AI makes a big mistake, and then there's a lawsuit. Who is to take the blame for that? And so if white-collar workers who are experienced, and it's a human that is does those senior position jobs, then the human worker would take the blame if there is a mistake, because AI is not a living organism, not a human. It cannot be punished, and there are laws in different countries which that's the reason why AI will initially automate entry-level white-collar jobs in the beginning, and then all the white-collar jobs. And then once there will be humanoid robots in production, in a sufficient amount of them, then even the blue-collar jobs will be automated by AI as well, AI and robotics. And one of these changes, improvements that we've seen in the field of AI is with an agentic platform called OpenClaw, and which was recently acquired by OpenAI. And that platform is an agentic platform where people can basically automate digital tasks on that platform. And Nvidia, the CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, there have been rumors that he announced a competitor to OpenClaw called NemoClaw, and apparently it'll be announced, released soon, and it'll be initially for enterprises, companies, and then it'll be available for the general public. It'll be an open source platform. It'll be more secure than OpenClaw, because apparently OpenClaw has some security issues, whereas NemoClaw will not have those deficiencies. It'll be much more secure. I have provided short clips to explain what I've mentioned. The first clip is of Andrew Yang mentioning how the rate of change of AI has increased, and what we will see in the next 6 months will outstrip what we saw in the last 10 years. And then the next clip is an explanation of how NemoClaw will compete with OpenClaw, and how it automates a lot of tasks, and it'll be even able to automate some 9-to-5 jobs as well.
Joining us right now is Andrew Yang. He's the founder and CEO of Noble Mobile, a former Democratic candidate for president and New York City's mayor. He's also the author of Hey Yang, Where's My $1,000, which debuted last month. Good morning to you. You got the book right here. We got about a million things to talk to you about. AI. We want to talk about New York. We want to talk about taxes. Where do you want to start this morning?
I just came from an AI conference out west, and holy cow, they said to me that what we're going to see in the next 6 months outstrips what we've seen in the last 10 years, because the rate of change is on a hockey stick and heading up. And I got to say, I'm pretty up to date on this stuff, and it blew my mind on some of the stuff I was seeing.
In terms of what? What did you see?
Well, there was one company that is selling autonomous coding for enterprises to big businesses, and their revenue is up 100-fold in the last 12 months. So if that continues, it's going to eat a lot of the tech budgets from major corporates that used to go to humans. And so you're seeing the employment of recent computer science graduates fall off a cliff from a lot of programs. If you rewind, 4 years ago, what would we tell young people for a secure career, learn to code? And now the opposite of that is true.
It's unbelievable. So where are you on jobs long term?
Look, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, laid it out very clearly, and he's been doing so repeatedly. He's saying we're going to automate away up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs in the next several years, and I believe him. The easiest people to fire are the people you haven't hired yet, which again is why you see the hiring of recent college graduates heading down, and the underemployment rate over 50%. The unemployment rate among college graduates is now the same or higher than non-college graduates for the first time in history.
The following clip is the second clip in which an explanation is provided about the NemoClaw platform, and it's an agentic platform that is a competitor to the OpenClaw platform that was acquired by OpenAI. And this clip explains how NemoClaw will compete with OpenClaw, what would be its advantages over OpenClaw, and soon NemoClaw will be released first to enterprises and then to consumers.
So over the last month, basically everyone in the world of AI has either experimented with OpenClaw or is actively running an OpenClaw instance. It's this AI agentic framework that allows an agent to go off and do all the things that you want. It could do the work for you. It can buy your groceries for you. It can book you tickets and flights to go on vacations. It can do seemingly everything. But on the backside of that is a lot of complexity and a lot of risk in terms of security that I'm not sure a lot of people are really taking into account. What's happened since then is that a lot of other companies have gotten involved. They've wanted to take the market share away from OpenClaw, which is this open source Wild West version. And just this week, Nvidia and Jensen Huang seem to have the alternative figured out. This is coming from an unlikely suspect, because we have Claude, we have OpenAI. Both of those are clearly working on OpenClaw competitors. We're seeing features shipped every week. But to see Jensen get in the ring and announce something called NemoClaw, which is the new open source alternative, it seems like there's going to be a new player in town, and maybe even more with Perplexity too. Like, a lot is going on in this OpenClaw world. So if you are an OpenClaw user, you're going to want to tune in for this one.
This is a really underrated moment for Nvidia, in my opinion. It is their Apple moment. Now, Apple are geniuses in two things, both the hardware and the software for all cellular phones. They own the app layer and they nail the hardware layer, right? Best phones in the industry. Nvidia is now making its foray into consumer hardware or consumer software, rather, right? So they announced this week that they're going to invest $26 billion over the next 5 years into open source agents. And NemoClaw, which is their OpenClaw competitor, is going to be one of their major steps in this. So what NemoClaw is, as the name suggests, a direct competitor to OpenClaw. It's going to be an agentic platform where you are able to design, create, and spin up AI agents and have them interact with each other. Now, this hasn't been officially announced yet. We're breaking the news right now, but rumors state that these agents will be able to do very similar things to OpenClaw. So you'll be able to get them to do your 9-to-5 job potentially, or you're going to get them to be able to do the shopping for you, like you mentioned earlier, but with one or two different twists. Number one, it's going to be way more secure. Now, the number one bit of feedback around OpenClaw is that there's huge amounts of security exposures. People have lost money, personal data, credit card information has been exposed. You won't get any of that with NemoClaw. Number two, the user experience is going to be way better. And Jensen Huang has reportedly stated that he's designing this first and foremost for enterprises, so businesses that want to take their kind of work seriously, but also to the consumer layer as well. And the number one signal that he's demonstrated doing that is making the entire thing open source. The instant thing that I thought of, Josh, is NVIDIA produces the GPUs to power the AI models who power AI agents. And now Jensen is creating the AI agents, which is going to lead to more demand for GPUs. So NVIDIA just keeps on winning. $5 trillion, probably $10 trillion, $15 trillion if this actually hits.
Everyone's making their way up and down this AI layer cake, which starts at chips and goes all the way up to the application layer. A lot of people have started at the application layer or the model layer. NVIDIA is one of the rare ones that started at the bottom and is working its way up. I mean, we have the GTX Spark, NVIDIA's like small household thing, desktop computer sits on your desk. And I assume we'll be getting a lot of updates at their GTC conference on Monday. So this hasn't been confirmed. This will be confirmed on Monday. I strongly suspect it will be called NemoClaw. They will have their own version of an open source OpenClaw instance.